Israel, ne Santalao, Kabure derino Suntalabe, Israel, ne Santalao, Rebo seke rebo, Kubu Shantalabe reke, Ribaba Santalabe kumanta, Israel, Riba Santalabe, Riba Santalabe, Reba seke rebo, Shandalabe ruko santulebe, Inderebo suntelabe. Zinde, Urela Boseke, Saya, Urela Boseke, Saya, Rabo Santa Lobe, Urela Bayanta Labe, Israel, Urela Bosei, Urela Santa Labe. Burelebo Santa Labeya, Shandalabe Runderaba Seke, Hima Santa Labe Reke Burela Yanda, Buseke Burila Mayata Labu Yandarabo, Yereko Santa Labe, Busentelebo Yantalabe. Don't break the edge, the serpent will bite. Don't break the edge, the serpent is gonna bite. Busanta la bureke sunde, isonta la buyanta la be, idorobo sunde lima, don't put it down. Busanta la be yandere kwawa, bule yanta la buseke, mori burunde sandereya. Senduri mahanta la kuyende, gorobo, musanta la beye, musanta la beye kerebo, shuneribo masande, gorobo, santa la bu, be wise than the serpent, and be harmless, and the dove. Be wise, horrible sakaya than the serpent, and be harmless, horrible shantalabeseke, like the dove. Busantalabe kubu shande, Yasrael, horrible suntelebe, kurilaba inderebo sundelebe. The people that I call by my name will humble themselves. Rimo Santa Libo Sante. Shantalabe, Riba Sikaribo Yantalabe, Murabo Sundele Mohantalabe. Don't break the edges. Don't break the edges, Karabasunti. Yerima Santalabe. Yerima Sekerebo. Kaburi Layantolobe. The serpent is an accuser of the brethren. Mama, Daraba, Riba Sunele Ikoribo sante. Oribo sakaya boyenderebo. Ribaba sunterebe yarabo seke. Mushanterebe. Oribo. The wise. Oh, that the serpent and be harmless. Oribo seke. And the dove. Moriko shanta. Is that accuser? Oribo shanta. Oribo seke. Yeribo seke is an accuser. Is an accuser. The serpent is an accuser. Is an accuser of the Orika shanta. Reba hintala bekuyande. The power of overcome is right with you. Power of overcome is in you. Only don't break the edge. Horrible say. Only don't break the edge. Imama shana labeya. Don't break the edge. Ikorobo skuli mahanta labeya. The edge. Ikoribo sundereba. Iereba sundereba. Ierebo santa labeya. The dragon seeking for whom to devour. The dragon seeking for whom to devour the people. Like cover my name is after them. If you know you are one, the rebels, don't break the edge. Break the edge. Mosanta labe, Busekereba, Shandalabe, don't break the edge. The serpent is gonna bite. Don't break the edge. Let the people that I cover my name. Busekeri no shanarebe. Imoroko Santa Labe. Oh, Urabo Santa Labe. Be wise as the serpent and be harmless as the dove. Reba kuri laba sunelebe. Imorabos kuriboyantarabobo seke. And by so doing you are prevailed. And by so doing that serpent will be shouted. Will be shouted. He will be shouted. That serpent will be shouted. Rebo seke rebo seke rebo seke rebo yendere koskilibas kerebo yanderebeya. Rebo on Santa Labe. Rebo sikaya boyende. Imo santu lubu. Yerebo Santa Labe. Musekeribo Santa Labe. Yahudi Santa Labe. Kurila boye. Yahudi Masantu Lebe. Inorobo Sundeleya. Yahudi. Oh, Yahudi. Yahudi Santa Labo. Yahudi Santa Labe. Kurila Bo Santa Labe. Oh, Yahudi. You are the one I call by my name. You are the one called by my great name. Yahweh. Uribo Seke. Greetings to the 12 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the name of Yahuwah. Shalom, much love and prosperity attend you family, for you are the reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, and so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. Just as the Malach of Yahuwah said unto Yehukanai, the Revelator sealed not the prophecies of this book, for the time is near. Exactly what we are doing here, family. Decode the end times prophecies, signs, and dreams in preparing people by the house for the returning of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, to whom due all glory, worship, honor, exaltation, acclamation, oribo hantalababo seke wealth, power, riko shantalabe sekebo, worshipped, inorokos klima hantalababo seke, to the glory of his magnificent Father Yahuwah the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh, the forever pure energy, the very blessed one, and the very glorious DNA of Abba Yahuwah, Ribo Santayaba. Yes, Abba Yahuwah, you have been worshipped in the temple of your handmaid. All right now, and how deep or loud does this go? Yes, you heard it. I heard it. Everyone simply heard it. That is the glory of the trumpet. When it's being released or being sound, it means awakening. It cuts everybody's attention. He makes us to turn around. What is going on over there? He raised a question in our heart and makes our antenna very hard to know or see what is going on over there. Why the sounding of the trumpet? Oh yes, this is the glory and the beauty of it. Exactly what we are seeing over here. Like I always love to say, trumpet or sound precedes every single movement of Abba Yahuwah. This is the voice of Abba Yahuwah we are resounding over here. This is the voice as the water covered the sea. This is the voice of Abba Yahuwah covering the earth. Not just the earth alone, also the heaven. He said, I once shook the earth. But right now, the same include the heavens. The power of heaven is about to be shaking. That which he has said right in Exodus 34 verses 10 is about to be released unto this generation. That is what we are standing over here. When you begin to see all these things, know that the coming of the Son of Man is right at the door knocking. Are you ready? Are you awakening? Are you aware? Or are you sleeping? Be hypnotized. What side are you? The side of the sheep or the side of the goat? This is the antenna. When the trumpet is being released, this antenna go hard in our heart. What is going on over there? What are they doing? Why the sounding of the trumpet? Yes, sir. That is the voice of Abba Yahuwah says something over here. Unto you, King David said, let the righteous man rebuke me. It is I not here on my head. Yes, the Ruach HaKodesh has already said it to you and me. Let him that have ear hear what he has already said. Do you have an ear? Why did he say so? He knew many ear is going to be dedicated unto the same pit. He knew many ear is going to be deaf. They won't hear the voice of righteousness anymore. Their ear is uncircumcised. They are going to be hearing the voice of uncircumcised deity's heart. The very dragon. What was his voice? I have abolished the law. Genesis 3. He done away with it. Third part of humanity today is resounding that voice of the dragon right in Genesis 3 again unto us. But glory be unto Yahuwah, who has never ever left himself without testimony. He left testimony within himself. That is the voice. That is why we can resound it today. The clear voice. The voice of righteousness said, until heavens and the earth pass away. Don't even think that I've come. to abolish the law. No, to do away with no, until heaven and earth pass away. That is the criteria, people. Wake up. Lest I forget, the signs of the last days. He says something very, very deep over here concerning the people of the book. Are you one of us? Wake up and get life.
You can't obviously believe that Watchmen, Yahoo, and Deborah did not pay me to do the intro for White It Out 4 to deceive the masses. The true Israelites are the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and Native Americans scattered throughout the earth. The Judah team has an agenda to make all the tribes Hamite. Matthew 24:4 says, to take heed that no man deceive you.
Hey guys, the gig is up. I'm not the real Jesus. As a matter of fact, the fella's name wasn't even Jesus. He had a Hebrew name. There wasn't a letter J until a few hundred years ago. With that being said, I have fooled the whole world into the biggest sham of all time. The name and identity of the real fella has been taken over by me. There are thousands of paintings of Jesus, and they don't even come close. Jesus was the creation of the Roman Catholic Church, which served to replace the real fella, who probably looked more like Morgan Freeman. But who cares? The truth doesn't matter, as long as you pay your tithes. Gotcha.
Irebo seirebo. Emo sekereba ye o seirebo. Gule sanderebo nebo seirebo. Yerebo say ye. Yerebo yenerebo say ya. Yerebo ye seirebo. In the very presence, yerebo seirebo. In the very presence of my enemy. Here oribo yanderebo seirebo ye. Yerebo ye o. Ah seirebo ye ha. Ah ye. Prior to this, I got a precept. Revelation 12 now. Then I go. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. Always remember that old serpent. It is the phrase, okay? Called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. O serpent, O serpent, where is the old origin, or where is the origin of this old serpent? When he said old serpent, that is something that can be traced back to where it came from. That is, this old serpent has something, origin. Where its origin is old, it is in Genesis 3, okay? Do you want to know his tricks? Old serpent that deceiveth. He said is a deceiver. Go back now to Genesis 3 and see how he twisted and rationalized and spiritualized and demonized the royal law. Let's proceed. Here I am, Matthew 24:24. For there shall arise false messiahs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, inasmuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. What did you understand over here? Okay. Let's check out now the false prophets and their Messiah that is going to be doing these great signs and wonders, inasmuch that if heaven did not help, if Abayawa remains silent, even the elect will be deceived. Here I am, Revelation 16:13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, that old serpent, that dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, that is the first Messiah, and out of the mouth of the first prophet. All right, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth, okay, and of the whole world. Miracles of devils. We proceed. Here I am, Revelation 30:11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Oh, serpent! And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth, and from them which dwell therein, to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of these miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. We put some more. Here I am, 2 Thessalonians 2, I take it from now. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. Okay, we get some more. Now, in summary, let us wrap it up. Okay, here I am in the book of Enoch. The reason why Messiah, you see all the place I just read from the royal law, Messiah called it what? A deceiving miracle. Apostle Shehu calls it what? A lying wonders. And Yehukanah calls it what? The mark of the beast miracle. And Revelation again, what did they call it? The miracles of devils. Right now we are going to see why all of them have a different perspective over the miracle of the first Messiah. Here I am in the book of Enoch, chapter 8. I take it from verses 2. And there arose much godliness, and they commit fornication, and they were led astray, and became corrupt in all their ways. Some Jazel, listen now. Some Jazel taught enchantments, and root cuttings, amorous the reserving of enchantment. In other words, what is it saying? You know what enchantment is? To bewitch you, to cast spell on you. And these two deities, they are fallen angels. That Amoros will cast a spell. Oh, excuse me, some Jazel will cast a spell. And Amoros will resolve it. That is why Messiah call it a deceiving. The way you say, wow, Jesus is doing wonder, wow, he's doing what, I just give you a clue that this is eye-opening, right? This is why it's a lying wonder. This is why it's a deceiving miracle. This is why it is the mark of the beast miracle. This is why it is the miracle of devils. Like we are about to unveil them now. We are about to expose their secret place once again. Urabase delebo, urabase keheya, urabase kehi. Urabase delebo, urabase kei, urabaye nerebo, urabase kei. Mishmekan and people, YAHUAH in the heavenly court room of Abba Yahuwah in retouching, consummation of this wonderful, breathful, life resurrection giving message. Life giving, yeah, it is a life giving message, resurrected back to life message. Oh, titled for you and me already by Abba Yahuwah himself, the Mysteries of Serpent, part 2. Okay, we did the part 1 on the Shabbat. Okay, today we in consummation, in wrapping it up. It is the part 2. We take all the alphabet as you see it now, SERAPHIMS, by his grace and by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh, we break it one by one. Okay, that is the first clip. Family, it is very much possible you meet with this part 2. Therefore, to escape or to prevent some kind of confusion, kindly go and listen to part 1. Okay, Drop it when you just come. Yeah, of course, it is very much possible you meet with this part 2. Just drop it and go and for stuff for here. What are the 7 alphabet of the serpent? Go for. Therefore, you will not come back to this part 2. In order to get the fullness of this segment, listen to part 1. This is part 2. When you just move with only this part 2 and you settle with it, you're gonna get lost. Of course, you won't understand nothing because we have come a long way. Okay, so that is my advice for you. In order to, because we have point 1 to 4. Okay, that is what we want to look into now. So kindly listen to part 1, and this is the part 2. So right now, I will always love to set the stage with Deuteronomy, Deborah 32, 1 to 4. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass, because I will publish the name of Yahuwah. Ascribe ye greatness unto our Elohim. He is the rock, his work is perfect, for all his ways are judgment, a Elohim of truth and without iniquity, just and right is he. Abba Yahuwah, Iborobo Sele Yabo, Abba Yahuwah, Imo Santulubu Yekerebo, Abba Yahuwah, Igorobos Karabo, Abba Yahuwah, Ima Santa Labu, Yenderebo, Abba Yahuwah, Iborobo Sabe Yabe, Borobo Seke Yabe, Abba Yahuwah, Igorobos Karabo, Abba Yahuwah, Imo Santa Labu, Yenderebo. Yes, another table set right here. Okay, so we are going to look deep into what is the royal law for. How does it play out in our lives? Here I go. Point 1, it functions as a sacred marriage covenant between Yahuwah and his people Israel. Point 2, it outlines how the marriage would function. Its stipulation are what makes it a happy and a fruitful marriage. Point 3, it precept to describe how the marriage would function. Point 4, it what picture tells what marriage life would be like. Point 5, its judgment describe how each of the partner would relate to each other. Point 6, for either party to violate this agreement violate the marriage itself. Point 7, for the groom promised never to violate it because the groom is Abba Yahuwah himself. He don't have the appetite to break his word. That is the reason why you can say with all confidence, I am saved. Heaven is my home. Why? Because his word are yea and amen. He can't break it. When it comes to breaking of his word, he's so powerless. He's so powerless. He can't do it. He don't have the appetite. He don't. Okay, that is why we can say we are saved. Not this mad Jesus. Okay, that's Shabbat is perpetual, and this last day is no more perpetual. It's not sun day, the day of sun, the day the Babylonians used to worship their sun gods. You see, is a crazy demon. So we bless Abba Yahuwah for his faithfulness. So family, like you know already, I will keep doing what doing. Okay, because this is my life and this is what I live for, and I'm doing it with passion because I love obeying the voice of righteousness, because I love following the instruction of righteousness. I will keep doing my presentation like that of FBI warning, a warning from above, just like that of FBI warning. Okay, now Abba Yahuwah review to redeem. Like I always love to say, I don't care how many views, how few. It is my boggling. The viewers is really few. Yes, here is a sharp sickle. We are in the process of weeding out those things that is not needed. It is like the days of Noah. Many are called, only few is choosing. And this is what Abba Yahuwah is doing over here. Exactly. Scripture is being fulfilled. What happened? Abba Yahuwah reveals to redeem. A man was in this vision downloading my message. He want to pervert it. He want to dilute it. He want to spoil it. You know, the Christians, they don't fear my father. They are not know many thousands of my followers, they are Christian. And they are not falling to repent. They are falling to spoil the vision again. Just as they have pervert the royal law. As they spoil the royal law and they not toss it in the garbage. You are also coming to spoil someone's effort. Abayawa won't allow you to do that. They are now beginning to know, oh, meaning these people that we are following, they are all Christians. I have close to 2,000 views. I don't do live message like I still do uploading. I still upload. It don't send no notification to nobody. I will just put it like a normal uploading. When you see it, you watch. But by Yahuwah's grace, people was following. I was thinking these thousands of viewers were following for repentance, but little did I know that they were just there to steal. So, which means those multitude you are just a thief. That is why you run away. You couldn't handle it. Exactly what I saw in this vision. A man was just downloading my vision. Abayawa is digging out these days, in reaching out to the Lordship House of Yisrael. He was just downloading it only to pervert it. Then Abayawa said, if you don't do it this way, they're also going to spoil this. Place this seal on it, and you will see what is going to happen. And since I really start placing the seal, they took off. Don't dare these people. They are made for powerful acts. So you don't follow for repentance, you only follow to spoil again. The thief coming not to kill, to steal, and to destroy. This was just their mission. Right now, my presentation continue. It goes like this. If you listen to my message, it's not funny. Oh, my Father. If you listen to this wonderful message about your words digging out of me these days, in reaching out to his people, to the glory of his name, and said Jesus, to resound under the voice of you, and said, Jesus gave it unto you. Ebola will attend you in Yahuwah's mighty name. It continued. If you download this message and you want to resound under the voice of you and use it to please any deity such as Allah, Jesus, Ghost Fire of the Christendom, the causes of Sapphira's Ananias, we attend you in Yahuwah's mighty name. If you download this message and you want to resound it under the voice of you and place any obligation of condition of money making and such as sowing of seed, plants a love offering, the hottest place in the link of fire shall be your dwelling without mercy in Yahweh's mighty name. Because that is the trick that Christians are using these days. They will say they are not selling it, but just plant a love offering, you still sell it. You will see you sell all things. Your anointing, your prayer book, your message, your music, your handkerchief, your sticker, your water. Tell me what you are not selling. When somebody shake you, you have to pay. They call it a prophet offering. Shaking the prophet. What are you not selling? You see, that is why Abayawa said doing this way so that they don't pervert it. They love mystery, but they don't want to obey. They want to take somebody else's effort and pervert it. So that is the cause. Due to these causes, which is the seal, you can go to Joshua chapter 6 verses 26. Okay, you can go to Acts of Apostles 5:11 to 1 to 11. You can go to Acts of Apostles 36 to 11. And Revelation, the consummation of all things, 22, 17 to 19. If you obey, is a blessing. If you don't obey, is a curse. It is settled. And if you, however, if you download this message, you want to resound it under the voice of you in propagating righteousness without perverting it, undilutable, just the way you take it from this very, very channel that is being dedicated unto righteousness, and you want to propagate righteousness in pleasing Yahuwah. Double blessing, double honor, double glory, it is yours. You shall rule and reign with King Yahushua all eternity. Hey, the crown of honor shall be set on your head, and you will sit in the throne of honor here on earth for all eternity. Because of that faithfulness, the salvation is extended unto your family. You shall never by no means mix heaven in Yahuwah's mighty name. Yes, it goes in this both way. Masekaiba Karakabasei Masendebo Karakabasei Busendele Karakabahie Karakabahe Karakabo Yisrael, Karakabo Yahudim, Karakabo say, Karakabo Yendeo, Karakabo say, yeah. Karakabo, yeah. Karakabo, yeah, oh, Yeraba say, oh, Karakabo say. Now let no one trouble me, because I go by the commandment of Abba Yahuwah, revealing the deep things of serpent is waging war. But let no one trouble me at all, because I go by the commandment and by the name of Abba Yahuwah. And the name of Abba Yahuwah is written all over me, therefore let no one trouble me. I go by the commandment of my Father. Let no principalities, let no power, let no treasures of darkness, let no wickedness of darkness, let no hidden wickedness or Satan touch me, nor any thing that pertain to my life. In Yahuwah's mighty name, because I go by the commandment of Abba Yahuwah. Serpent is so, is bringing out tear gas in his eyes. Oh, but greater is he that is in me, and that is in you. You serpent, folly seraphims. You has been condemned eternally in Yahuwah's mighty name. So right now, like we established already, all these alphabets of this 7 alphabet of serpent, what did it go for the first letter? I'm not going to go deep at all, just as a kind of a reflection. Just go and listen to part 1. Something powerful took place over there by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh. The S, what did it go for? It simply go for spiritual stronghold. Okay. And the E, what did it go for? Evil eyes opening. And there is a lot of scripture that validate it. It is a mind boggling. Okay. And the arrow, what did it go for? Remote control of the heart. Simple, we just sit down. You know as remote control work. It will just point its wickedness straight away to your heart. It will just be remoting it. For you to do that which pleases him. Just go and listen to part 1. And the P, what did it go for? Principalities, powers in the high places. It is awesome. And E, what did it go for? Enslavement eternally, or early, or eternal. Powerful. Listen to part 1. You will see the scripture that how he really enslaved that man. And what did it go for? Nature spoiler, nature destroyer, nature waster. Not deadly serpent. T, what did it go for? Torment, torture, tear apart. Listen to part 1. I just want to brief it unto you as a kind of a reflection over what took place in part 1. Just go and listen to it. I say it over here, it's so simple, but over there, it is fire for fire. It was just like the days of the true prophet Yeshayahu and the prophet of Baal, pure prophet. First King chapter 18. Yes, it was fire for fire. Okay, now we begins now with the first points. So here we are in Exodus 7. I will take it from 9 and drop it at 12. So in the first clip, because I'm also going to be referring, I'm going to be referring to some words over there. We talk about that serpent is of course, when you go to Isaiah Yeshayahu chapter 6, you are going to see they are the highest ranking angel in heaven. They are the very deep, and they will prove it in part 1 of Abba Yahuwah. They are more crafty. That was why it was being called in Revelation 12:9 the great the dragon. Okay, dragon is serpent. It has a lot of names. It's Leviathan, is a spoiler, destroyer, Abaddon, Apollon. That is, it has a lot of names. So for you to get the fullness of this, kindly go to part 1. So that is what we established in part 1. So right now, part 2 here, I want to read from the I read now verses 9. When Pharaoh, they are the power of miracle, they are the prince of it, they are the seraphims, or seraphims in Hebrew simply means they are blessed one. And in singular, it simply means seraphs. Seraphs simply means serpent, or flying serpent, or fiery flying serpent. We are going to see this on the Shabbat. In another form, powerful family staying too. Shabbat vision. Don't let no one tell you. You just come and listen for yourself. Demonology. We are going to break it again, alphabet by alphabet. Shabbat carries a lot of mysteries. We unveiled it, the mystery of demons. Okay, all the deities that fell from glory, all the offices of angels that conjoined together and fell and rebelled against Yahuwah. We are going to break the alphabet by. We are going to expose their secret places. Okay, just as we are dealing to their father. This is their father, Serpent. Okay, Serpent is the highest hierarchy in heaven. Is the seraphims, that banner that stood above Abba Yahuwah. He is the DNA. We'll prove it in part 1 of Abba Yahuwah. You see how human race there will look like a snake. When the sperm is being released from the, from the mare straight to the uterus for, planting in seed, it looks like simple. Yes, that is the DNA. That is why they are made more crafty. They are the power of conception. Seraphims is the power of conception. We prove that in Luke chapter 1. And Matthew Rebo second 1, 18 to 20. It said, what Mariam have in her belly, it is from the Ruach HaKodesh. And we see who is Ruach HaKodesh. It is the blessed one. Okay. Acts of Apostles chapter 2 also see it over there. They are the power of wonders. They are the power of resurrection. The seraphim. That is why they can't forgive. It is the strength of Abba Yahuwah. It is the very DNA of Abba Yahuwah. We see Abba Yahuwah have DNA. That is what from his son, King Yahushua HaMashiach. Not spiritual, physical. And that is what also formed the first man, Adam, in Genesis 2. The DNA of Abba Yahuwah. It is the breath of life. The Ruach HaKodesh is breath of life. You see when he come in Acts of Apostles chapter 2 with a violent, wind. That is, it can come by wind, it can come like a fire. That is all I have for now from part 1. You can go over there. It is the power that worketh wonders. But this Serpent now that fall, it is the ghost fire of the Christendom, and it is the Allah in the Islam. We will go more into that. That is all the point we want to reveal on his lies. Then I take it now. When Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, show a miracle for you, that thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod. The serpent is also being called rod, okay? And cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. Eternal. And Moshe and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh, and they did so as Yahuwah had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became serpent. Serpent is the highest order of all angels. Now 11. Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers. Now the magicians of Egypt, they did in like manner with their enchantments. For they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents. But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods. Why? Because this fallen deity seraphims, which is serpent today, is a serpent. In Hebrew, seraphims is I simply mean they are blazed one, the fiery ones. Okay, that is plural. In singular is called seraphs, which simply means serpent, flying serpent, or fiery flying serpent. This one is cursed already. That is why the holy serpent now swallowed the unholy serpent. Okay, that is the mystery over there. So right now, when you also go to Revelation 12, I read it already now. It said that the great dragon, that old serpent, it is the power of conception. That was why you also said unto the serpent, Genesis 3. He said, I will put enmity between you and the woman, between thy seed. Because serpent is the DNA, is going to be having a seed. That's just what I want to prove. Now let's see. The power that the magicians of Egypt used to do their wonders. It is the dragon, which is the serpent again. Ezekiel 29, 3. Speak and say, thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, behold, I am against thee, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, the great serpent. The great dragon. The great dragon, that old serpent, Revelation 12:9, is whom we are dealing with here in this segment. It is the highest order of all angels. And this was the authority of Pharaoh. That was why their rod became serpent. Dragon is serpent, serpent is dragon. He has a lot of names. It's Leviathan, it's destroyer, waster, spoiler. These are all his name. Destroyer, okay? Serpent, it is the power of conception and it is the power of resurrection. So we want to dig into the point one today, the very wonders that is going on right now. Who is the author of it? We see Pharaoh magicians also did wonders. And we see who is the authority of Pharaoh. It is the great dragon. Dragon is serpent. Serpent is dragon. And we are unveiling the wickedness of serpent right in this segment. Now we'll go for point one. So here we'll go. What did the point one go for? Point one. Serpent's spiritual wickedness. It is the most destructive lie ever told in the Christendom. That is the point one. Here now. The most destructive lie ever told in the Christendom to humanity. I die. I see Jesus. Jesus say, I see demon. Jesus say, don't wear pants. Don't make up. Don't relax your hair. Don't use anointing oil anymore. James 5:11. Okay? I think we are going to be taking it one by one. We are proving something over here. Jesus said you shouldn't, use anointing oil anymore. That is the revelation of Linda. That Linda should have been stoned to death. Someone should have just set that lady ablaze because she is the wife of Abaddon. Here I am. James 5:14. Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the congregation and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of Yahuwah. And the prayer of faith shall save the sick, and Yahuwah shall raise him up. And he feel okay. But he said we should do it. But Linda, I see Jesus say you shouldn't. Huh? Oh, my Father. Now here I am, Mark chapter 6, then I read 7 and 13. And he called unto, he's talking about the true Messiah. And he called unto him the 12 and began to send them forth by 2 and 2 and gave them power over unclean spirits. Now verses 30, let's see the power. And they cast out many devils and anointed with oil many that were sick and healed them. While they were going, Messiah gave them oil as a symbol. Oil is the symbol of the Ruach HaKodesh. You see the fallen seraphims, the serpent now begin to say we shouldn't use the symbol of the seraphims anymore. We should come for him. And that is the power that is going on in the Christian. Even though some of the Christians are still using the oil, but Linda said you shouldn't. The Jesus of Linda said you shouldn't. And this leader is pulling millions. She's pulling crowd of millions. Strong delusion. We proceed. And again, Linda also said another devil, that message, it is message that Jesus gave to Linda for humanity. You can just go and tap it later from Sierra Leone. You're going to hear all this nonsense for yourself. Now, what did Jesus also said to Linda? He said we shouldn't take Holy Communion anymore. Luke 22:19. So I read. And he took, he's talking about King Yahushua HaMashiach. And he took bread and gave thanks and broke it and gave unto them, saying, this is my body, which is given for you. Do in remembrance of me. That is why when you go to Acts of Apostles chapter 2, you are going to see the apostles of Yahushua HaMashiach were breaking this bread in remembrance of Yahushua HaMashiach every day. But Jesus of Linda, Jesus said you shouldn't do it anymore. The most destructive lie of the serpent ever told in the Christendom. That is what we are dealing into now. Here again, the miracle of Jesus, the serpent, they are all together in one stick. What did Jesus also say to leader to tell humanity? Don't wash your feet anymore. For washing of feet now, it is evil. Don't do it anymore. Now let's prove them wrong again. YAHUAH'S John 13:14-17. So here I am. John 13:14-17. If I then, your Adonai and Master, have washed your feet, ye also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example that ye should do as I have done to you. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Adonai, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. If ye know these things, happy are ye if ye do them. And leader that resurrected from the grave said, Jesus said you shouldn't do it. That leader should have been set ablaze. She should have just been set ablaze because she's deceiving millions today. She's pulling such a heavy crowd with this crap that came from the bottom, let's put from the loins of serpent. Okay, she should have been set ablaze. And again, Linda that resurrected from the death, Jesus also gave her a message to tell humanity that we shouldn't be using apron anymore. He said don't use apron or handkerchief anymore because now it is devil's property. Let the royal law also rebuke her and her Jesus for that. And let thunder and the fire of the Ruach HaKodesh descend upon Linda and upon Jesus, our authority, in YAHUAH'S mighty name. Here I am, Acts of Apostle, 19:11-12. Where am I? Oh, my father. Yes, I read. And YAHUAH wrought special miracles by the hands of Shaul, so that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons, and the disease departed from them, and the evil spirit went out from them. Okay, went out from them. let's keep going on. Where Abba Yahweh commanded that this should be. Oh my father, let me stop talking. Now you can also go to Mark chapter 5, take it from 25 down to 34. Malachi 4:2. So let me read the numbers. Here I am, Numbers 15:38. I read, spake unto the children of Israel, and bind them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringes of the borders a robe of blue, and it shall be unto you for a fringe. Okay, right now, what Abaye was, this is what that woman of issue of blood touched, because every single man of Israel, you need to put these fringes of blue under your, in the edge of your garment, to remind you of the royal law and of Yahuwah's power of complete man. Blue always speaks about heavens. It speaks about the throne of Abba Yahuwah. Exodus 24, the throne of Abba Yahuwah is sapphire blue. And that is what Abba Yahuwah tell every single man of Israel to be putting on their garments, to remind them of his power. Blue. Blue speaks of heaven, to remind you of heavenly power. That is exactly what that woman touched in Malachi 4:2. It said healing is going to rise from his wings. That was the wings in the garment of Yehoshua HaMashiach, when that woman of issue of blood suffered 12 good years. As soon as she touched this fringe jar, as soon as she touched that fringe jar in the garment of Yehoshua, which is cloth, she received healing. Later said, no, Jesus, that leader should have been set ablaze. Here another message from Jesus and Linda, resurrected from the dead. This is the most destructive lie ever told. among humanity in the Christian, from the Christendom now. Later, Jesus said you shouldn't be using gold. That gold now, it is the property of the devil. Jesus said you shouldn't use gold anymore. Let the royal Lord rebuke Linda and Jesus for this very reason. So this is the reason why the deeper life, we all know they don't use gold. Call it gold now evil. Okay. Woe unto you that will call evil, that will call good evil and call evil good. Woe it is cursed. Revelation 1:12. And I turned to see the voice that speak with me, and being turned, I saw 7 candle, what? 7 golden candlesticks. 7 golden candlesticks. In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and gathered about the pop with a golden girdle. Even right in heaven, Messiah himself is using golden girdle, golden shard. The 7 candlesticks, you see the candlesticks, they are all gold. Leader should have been stoned to death or set ablaze. Here I am, Revelation 8, verses 3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer. And there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of the saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne of Yahuwah. We, even in heaven, there is a golden altar. Every vessel over there, it is gold. Linda should have been set ablaze. Here I am, Revelation 21, verses 15. And he that talked with me had a golden reed. To even measure something, it is gold. That rod was a gold. To measure the city and the gate thereof and the world. What are you going to say about this? Do you have anything to say about this? Now verses 18. And the beauty of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. Leader should have just been set ablaze, but leader is not the problem. It is the authority. The authority, it is Jesus. And who is doing this destructive miracle? It is the Abaddon, the Leviathan, and the serpent. We see it already in Exodus 7, 9-12. You see that. The Pharaoh magician also cast their rod and it became serpent. Serpent is the power of wonder. In the Christendom today is the Beelzebub. It is the prince of demons. Okay. Now we march forward to the biggest of the biggest. We see already leader should have been set ablaze or stoned to death. Why? Because she's misleading millions or so. She's lying to millions of souls. And by your words, allow all these things to be happening for you to know the authority of Jesus. It is destructive. Now, number 2. Still, we understand the same matter of Jesus. What is the point? The serpent, most destructive lie ever told in the Christendom. It is, I die, I raise up. Okay, now. I died. Jesus sent me to hell. And demon torment me and resurrected me back to life, and to tell you people that is the most wicked lie ever told. This is their spiritual wickedness. We have already seen the physical one, very easy to prove, but this spiritual one is a bit difficult, except you are being learned in the things of Yahuwah, except you are being rooted and grounded inside the word of Yahuwah. Then you will be able to cut the red-handed. That was why Abba Yahuwah said you should get ready against the evil day. These are evil days. We are in the evil days. That giant, the offspring of Satan, they are resurrecting already, living among you and me. You are thinking they are still human. Let's prove that wicked lie ever told on this planet is what we of the sample is what we are looking into. Here I am, Yeshiyahu, the one you call Isaiah 19, chapter 8, 19-20. I read, and when they shall say unto you, seek unto them, seek unto them that that have some familiar spirits, and unto wizard that unto wizard. Oh, where is it? Where am I? And that murder should not a people seek unto their Elohim for the living to the dead. Now 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Abba Yahuwah is saying, if you don't speak, if your testimony contradicts this royal law, if your testimony is out of the royal law, it said because there is no light in you. And if there is no light in you, what did you have? You got darkness. And who is the darkness? It is the Abaddon again. It is the folly deities. It is the folly seraphims. It is the dragon. It is the serpent. We see in Genesis 1, Bereshit, they were the darkness that covered the surface of the deep. If said because there is no light in you, therefore you got darkness. Now let's run this race and unveil their spiritual wickedness in all and all. So right now, the only place, first of all, we are going to see what this is all about, what Abba Yahuwah has to say concerning this. If you don't speak according to the testimony of the royal law, there is no light in you. Therefore, what do you have? Darkness. Here I am. Leviticus 19:31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defied by them. I am Yahuwah your Elohim. What is it saying? He said you should not seek those that have familiar spirit. And what is familiar spirit? Familiar spirit, according to definition of the dictionary. What dictionary? How did they break it? He said a demon attending and obeying the voice of witch or wizard. And again, he said a familiar spirit, it is a household servant. I go by this. Familiar spirit, that is the spirit that is familiar with you, your forefather from generation to generation. You knew them, is working with it, is household servant. And where this begins? Right in Genesis 3. There, the serpent knew the first man, and the first woman, he walked with them. And ever since, he is still walking with their offspring, with their children. He knew us familiar. He's so familiar with. He knew us. A demon attending and obeying the voice of witches and wizards. And by Yahuwah said we should not consult them. Here I am. Leviticus again 20 verses 6. And the soul that turneth after such has have familiar spirits, and after wizards to go wholly after them, I will even set my face against that soul, and I will cut them off from among his people. Now we'll go to 27. Because the only place we see this that I resurrected, it is in the royal law, and it's been done by a familiar spirit. I die, I resurrected, and now say, don't do this. It is only by the power of darkness. We only, from Genesis way down to Revelation, it has never happened. More than 12 people, according to the one that is being recorded in this royal law, more than 12 people resurrected. But Messiah himself, all his apostles, even Eliyahu also raised the people from the Old Testament. None of them ever say, we see this, or none of them, they are all mute about what is going on in the spirit realm. No one. Even Lazarus was even dead 4 days. We never hear no word from him. The only place we hear, I die, I resurrected, this one say, and Jesus said, don't do this. It is being done by a familiar and a wizard and a witchcraft spirit. That is why we are here. And Abba Yahuwah said you shouldn't consult that spirit. I will tell you the ultimate death of familiar spirit. I started there already. It is the serpent. Again. Why? Because the very day they renounced Abba Yahuwah, that was the day they died. Abba Yahuwah cast them out from his heavenly down to this earth. Then that became a darkness that covered the surface of the deep. The day you will eat of this tree, you shall die. Serpent, it is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and it simply means death. That is the abadendo, the angel of death. Wa'ikra 20:27 now. A man also, or a woman that hath a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones. Their blood shall be upon their heads. It is very disgusting. Abba YAHUAH'S, you consult the spirit of death, Abadedo, or the serpent, or the ghost fire, or Allah, the spirit that resident in them. It is the Abadedo himself. It is the serpent. You consulted the spirit, the serpent. That's what they call ghost fire. It is the serpent. Here I am, Deborah, Deuteronomy 18, 9-11. But it is an abomination unto Abba YAHUAH. You consulted the folly deities. Let me just take 11. You can read it all. Or should I? Okay, let me take it. When thou art come into the land which YAHUAH thy Elohim giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of these nations. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or any observance of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirit, or a wizard, or a sorcerer. Or a necromancy, necromancy simply means consulting the spirit of the death, which is a gay, but they're not there for the seraphims. Now what are we saying over here? The only place, this thing that is going on in the Christendom, that the most wickedness of all, I die, I resurrected, Jesus cast me. They will say, Linda, all of them. This one is general now. Jesus sent them to the bottomless pit, like Daniel. Daniel is their father. I think I'm going to put the picture of that one also, because the one I did before, if you really want to know how wickedness, the wickedness of the Christendom is, you can go to one message I did by the power of the Ruach HaKodesh about 6-7 months ago, I think so, titled JC and Christian Spiritual and Physical Witchcraft. It is part 1 to just listen to it. You're going to get all the fullness of it, because I'm going to be taking from there also and throw into this. Okay, so in that segment I use the picture of Linda. So right now Linda is the wife of Abadedo, is their mother. So in this one I'm going to use that of Daniel. They call him Daniel. I don't know what is his name. It's from Nietzsche or so. He died in November 30th 2001. Is their father. That one told another biggest of the biggest. Oh no, it's mind-boggling. But in a nutshell, these are the spirit that is working in these people. So here I am. Let us see now in another form what is witchcraft. 1 Samuel 15:22-23. And Samuel said, YAHUAH has great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifice, as in obeying the voice of YAHUAH. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. 23 now. For rebellious is as the sin of witchcraft. That is, if you break the royal law. If you don't obey the voice of Abba YAHUAH, you are a witches and you are a wizard. And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of Abba YAHUAH, he hath also rejected thee from being a king. Because you reject the royal law, you also be rejected. Now let's see who is the word. So because you reject the word of YAHUAH, let us see who is the word. Say therefore for that reason, YAHUAH also rejected you. So this is the biggest lie, okay? Here is the biggest one. This is their father. The very biggest lies ever told, destructive lies ever told in this planet. It is Jesus. I die, I resurrect. Jesus sent them to the bottomless pit, and Jesus now take them to heaven. And Jesus now Linda, what do they call the other one? Linda, everybody knows that one. What Angelica? These are satanism movement. Now I read John 1:14, and the word was made flesh. He said unto us, because you reject the word of Abba Yahuwah, therefore Abba Yahuwah has also rejected you. And the word was made flesh and dwelleth among us. And we behold his glory as the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. So by now you know who is the word that Samson Saul rejected. He said for you to do that, you are a witches and you are a wizard. You are a witches and you are a wizard. And what is witches and wizard? What he said, because of the sense of stubbornness, it is as of iniquity. What is iniquity? Lawlessness, living in sin. And what is sin? Breaking the royal law. And who did that? It is still again the serpent in Genesis 3. He is the witches and wizard that is working in you. He is the dead. He is the familiar spirit. He is the necromancy. Yes, he is Abaddon, because he is the highest of all angels. He knows how to lie. He's crooked, okay? He's more subtle. These are the offsprings of Satan, or serpent, testifying in praises unto their father, the serpent, the dragon, the devil. They are all together in one stick. Here I am now. 1 Samuel chapter 28, we want to hit on the real matter. You die, you go into the bottomless pit, you resurrected again. We want to see the spirit and you now begin to share testimony. Jesus said do this. That is what the nonsense they are talking over here. Don't do that. We want to see the spirit. We're already unveiling it. The spirit that is responsible in this wicked lie that contradicts the royal law. Here I am. 1 Samuel 28 verses 3. Now Samuel was dead, and all Yahweh, we see the promises Abba Yahuwah gave through Samuel unto Saul, who sinned against Abba Yahuwah, that because you reject the word of Yahuwah, therefore Yahuwah has also rejected you to be a king. Now demon want to confirm this saying. Now Samuel was dead, and all Yahweh had lamented him and buried him in Ramah, even in his own city. And Saul had put away those that had familiar spirits and the wizard out of the land. Immediately he came to power when he was obedient unto Yahuwah. He removed all these familiar spirits from the land. He said that because he knew it was bad. He knew it was evil. He knew the spirit that resided in him. He removed them all. Now let's see how he returned back to his vomit. And I read that. And when Saul saw the host, verses 5 now. And when Saul saw, because Abba Yahuwah rejected him already, and when Saul saw the host of the Philistines, he was afraid. And the very first place we see this afraid, it is in Genesis 3, when the serpent did something wickedly and taught our forefather how to break the royal law. As soon as they hear judgment, they hear Abba Yahuwah coming, what did the master say? I heard your voice and I was afraid. And Saul was afraid because he did wickedness. That fear over it is the serpent himself again. And it's hard because it will plant fear into you to make you to do some silly things, to make you to do some stupid things. He was afraid, and his heart greatly troubled. And when Saul inquired of Yahuwah, and Yahuwah answered him not, neither by dreams, nor by Urim, nor by prophets. Then said Saul unto his servant, seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit. Now, so the people you destroy from the land, you are returning her back to your vomit, that I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servant said to him, behold, there is a woman that hath a familiar spirit at Endor. We are going to see the only resurrection done by a witchcraft or a witch or a wizard or a familiar spirit or necromancy spirit done in the royal law that came to testify to confirm the royal law. It was being done by a wicked spirit. This is only where we found this account. This account, it is powerful among the Christendom. I die. This is the biggest of all. Actually, this man died. I'm not disputing that. But who is using this body? It is the Nephilim. It is the fallen angel, because they need body to walk with Daniel, as we are talking right now, it is in the bottomless pit. Because when you enter there, you can't come out, excuse me. You can't. A gulf is already been set. When you enter there, forget it. You are not coming out until the day of judgment, the resurrection of the wicked. That is where Daniel is going to ascend. Daniel died, but who is using that body now? It is the unclean spirit to bring in wicked testimony to deceive the elect. Now I take it out and read verses 8 now. We see he consulted a familiar spirit at Endor, and Saul disguised himself and put on another raiment, and he went, and 2 men with him, and they came to the woman by night. You know, they always do wickedly in the night. And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit. Jesus is familiar spirit. Allah, that goes fire. That is the serpent we are talking about over here. And bring me up. Bring me him up, whom I shall nail unto thee. 9. And the woman said unto him, behold, thou knowest what Saul hath done. But Saul is the one standing over there. How he hath cut off those that have familiar spirits, and the wizards out of the land. Wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life, to cause me to die? And Saul swore to her, by Yahuwah, saying, as Yahuwah liveth, thou shalt no punishment happen to thee for these things. You still using the name of Yahuwah in vain. 11. Then said the woman, whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, bring me up Samuel. It is appointed to die but once. After that, it is over. But here, a familiar spirit is about to be resurrected. It's going to resurrect somebody. A holy man of Yahuwah. Abadedo. Serpent. Most destructive lie ever told. Okay, I pray. And when the woman saw Samuel, he cried with a loud voice. You don't see them Christian kingdom, man? Ghost fire. When they are saying receive ghost fire, they are all screaming. They are all shouting because their spirit has saw something bigger than them in the spirit, right? But you would think they are in the spirit. Of course, they are in the spirit of the death. Necromancy spirit is moving powerfully. She's screaming. And this is what we are seeing the Christian, the screamer. Receive ghost fire. Don't dare these people. They are made for the many false prophets that have already come with great signs and wonder to deceive. This is their great signs and wonders to deceive even the very elect. I myself was being deceived, polluted by this wizard called Danny. I believe the testimony, but I never knew it was false, fake. Demon is the one testifying now. Demon is the one that entered that dead body and I come back to life and said, I'm raising. Jesus raised me. How can you die? You celebrated Christmas because he was going for festivities. Christmas, do you know what that is? Paganism. Celebrating the knowledge of good and evil, the tree of Christmas, the knowledge of the tree of the evil, the good and evil, the tree of death, the Christmas tree, the royal law condemned. That is what Daniel was celebrating. He bought goat and the rice. He wanted to go and deliver it to his father in his village. Then he got an accident. He died. Keep his son dead, the greatest abomination in the royal law. Angel meet up with you as you die. They will do great signs. You see the testimonies everywhere. But he told a lie. When you listen and you really go into his testimony, now demon entered this body already. Testimony. They will do great signs and wonder. This is their grace. This is the one that got me polluted. That wicked demon is the greatest of all. Their father, it is about dead done. Demon is raising and living among us today already. But they said it's a miracle. We proceed. And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the woman spake to Saul, saying, why hast thou deceived me? And meanwhile, this woman, you are the one deceiving Saul over here. But he said they can accuse her of the brethren. You are the one deceiving him by raising a demon. But you said he is the one deceiving you. For thou art Saul. Now 13. And the king said unto her, be not afraid, for what sawest thou? And the woman said unto Saul, I saw ghosts ascending out of the earth. Where is our Elohim? God means Elohim. It's up there. It's not on earth. This one is coming out of the ground. In your belly shall that go. You shall eat the dust of the ground all the days of your life. You say you want to make yourself like the Most High. He said, but you are being cast to the pit of all. And that demon ascended from the earth. Our Yahuwah is up there. He's not on the ground, okay? A ghost. He called that ascension. He said he ascended from the earth. Ghost. Let's check who is that ghost. Now let's check out who was that ghost that ascended from the earth. In whom, 2 Corinthians 4:4, in whom the ghost of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushua is the image of Yahuwah should shine unto them. As we just read, who is the ghost of this world? It is the devil that blinded the eyes of many, never to see the true light of the gospel of Yahushua Mashiach, the very image of Yahuwah. He is the one that ascended. Now see another lie. You see, all their mouth is busy for Jesus and the serpent, the Allah. Serpent, the most destructive lie ever told on this planet in the Christendom to humanity. It is that I die. Jesus said, cast. They go to the bottomless pit, they arose again, they go to heaven, they not come to this earth. Jesus said, I should tell you not to wear trousers. I don't take Holy Communion anymore. Oh, my Father. Now 14. And he said unto her, what form? Another lie told again by the dragon, the serpent. And he said unto her, what form is he of? He said, I saw a ghost ascending out of the earth. Then someone asking, Saul, now asked her, what form did that ghost have? And she said, an old man, another wicked lie, cometh up, and he is covered with a mantle. And Saul perceived, who convinced him now? Because he is in the presence of a familiar spirit, of necromancy's voices. Is right there. Now who put this word now in his heart? He said he perceived that it was so. He didn't say it was so, but he sang so. Who make him to sing so? It is the familiar spirit that is walking with him. And he stepped with his face to the ground and bowed himself. You don't see when they begin to receive ghost fire. All of them will just fall down. When a Christian man throw his hand, receive ghost fire, they will just be rolling on the ground. This is what the spirit is doing to people. It is a familiar spirit that is working with the Christendom, the spirit of necromancy, the death. This is the very wicked wizard that got me polluted 2011. He lied. And he put this wicked lie. Now, this woman, now you thought this is still your husband. No, it is Abaddon. He disguised, he entered. We see that ghost, he ascended, he entered the body of Samuel, a holy man of Yahuwah. This ascended devil now enter inside his body. He now begin to communicate now with humanity. This Daniel, it is the Abaddon, laying now with humanity. Genesis says the fallen deities now begin to intermarry with the human. And Messiah said that is the signs of his coming, that this fallen deity in this last day are going to be intermarried with women. And women is going to be bringing forth any children this woman bring for this man now. It is giant. Yes, now it is fully dated that is having sex with this woman. But she think she is testifying a holy testimony. No, it is the testimony of the serpent. Daniel is there, her husband is not. As far as you enter into that bottomless pit, forget it. It is over. Who is walking now? It is the serpent in this man. Walking. Wicked miracle to deceive even the elect. This is the most wicked lie ever told in the Christendom. A giant fallen angel is not living physically among us, just like the days of Noah in Genesis chapter 6. Let no man trouble me, because I go by the commandment of Abba Yahuwah. Now, if you check out the testimony of this demon, you are going to see he told a lot of lies over there, because you keep Christmas alone, that is out of the game. because Christmas never belongs to the way Sunday take it time for money. Those things, they are crap. They are Babylonian. I know who is speaking now. Now, what lie did he told? Broad, very open lie. If you are in tune with the royal law, he now said, when they now bring in black person, as they were casting out the white people, the angel took him to hell. They were throwing in white people. He never called them a witch. As soon as they brought in a black man, immediately the demon that is speaking with he called angel now said that this black man, he was a wizard while he was on earth. He always fed on human's body. That is why as he come here into the bottomless pit, he's going to be eating his body, his flesh, all eternity. And I said, there you are a big liar. That isn't true. We see what a witch is or wizard is. It simply means a disobedient spirit. Where you disobey, therefore you become a witch and you become a wizard. That is what the royal law said about who is witch and about who is wizard. And you breaking the royal law, whether you are black or whether you are white, as far as you are not living according to the rules and the regulation of the royal law, you are witches and you are wizards. Why are you not pointing to black people? Why are you not crucify black people again? Why you not say as soon as they brought the black, you now say he's a wizard? What about the white people? They were throwing thousands of white people. According to the testimony of this wicked demon, he never called the white people witch. As soon as they brought in a black man, he now said the angel, the demon that revealed himself as an angel. Anyway, it is a gamer. The one that is talking is a demon. The one that was also communicating with him is a demon. Now, he now said the black man was a witch. So now you have crucified that color again. That black people, they are witch. They are witches and wizards. He told a powerful lie. I figured out a lot of lies over there. But I knew who is speaking. So right now, verse 15. And Samuel said, now this dead is speaking now, sharing testimony. That is who we are seeing right now. And Samuel said to Saul, why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? And Saul answered, I am so distressed, for the Philistine make war against me, and Yahuwah is departed from me, and answereth me no more, neither by prophet nor by dreams. He's still making it clear that the holy Yahuwah is gone. Then who is communicating with you? Not by dreams. Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what I should do, consulting the dead spirit. Then says Samuel, wherefore then thou doest ask of me, seeing Yahuwah is departed from thee. Now, you see the lie? After death is judgment, and is become the enemy. 17. And Yahuwah hath done to him as he spake by me. A demon is confirming a holy saying of a holy prophet. That is what we are seeing in these demons today. As he spake by me, for Yahuwah hath rent the kingdom out of thy hand, and given it to thy neighbor, even to David. Okay, the one I just read. He said he has rejected you to be a king over Israel. It is gone. Okay, so a demon resurrected from the pit now begin to testify or confirm a holy testimony. Now it is because thou obeyest not the voice of Yahuwah, which is Yahushua Mashiach, the word, nor execute his fears with upon Amalek. Therefore hath Yahuwah done this unto thee these days. Now hear what he said now. Moreover, Yahuwah will also deliver Israel with thee into the hand of the Philistine. Listen now, and tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me. Yahuwah also shall deliver the host of Israel into the hand of the Philistine. Tomorrow he got killed. He died. Saul died as he went into the battle. Saul and his son Jonathan, they died. Testimony, that is a demon resurrected from the pit of a familiar spirit that knew you to where we are. That is household servant working with what he knew about you, using that to prophesy to you. That is what we are seeing in the Christendom. Your father is a witch, your mother is a witch. Meanwhile, they are the wicked spirit that resident in them is the witch in the family that is walking among the family. Here I am, 1 Kings 22, 19 to 23. I'll take only 23 for the sake of time. Now therefore, behold, Yahuwah hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and Yahuwah hath spoken evil concerning thee, for so to evil go and consult a familiar spirit, the very one he himself destroyed. Therefore, Abba Yahuwah now put a lying spirit in the mouth of that woman. We see what just took place. That is what we are seeing in the Christendom today. Rebobobo sekeya. Rebobobo ho sekeya. Revelation 16:30-14. And I saw 3 unclean spirits, like a frogs, come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles. You just got it, okay? A lying spirit already has been assigned, because this is what you want, therefore have it. That is what we are seeing in the Christendom. After death, it is judgment. The death, we see that Messiah resurrect back to life due to the power of his miracle. Not even once say a word. I die. See Jesus say, take me to heaven. He bring me back to earth. He said no. He said no. That is crap. We see who is dealing with the Christendom. Matthew 24:24. We know already what is over there. They will do great signs and wonder to deceive the elect. These are the first miracle Yahushua speaks about to 25. Matthew 12:24 again. Yeah, Matthew 12:24. He lied. The lie wonders, that is what we are seeing over here today. I read the book of Enoch chapter 8 already, how they did it. Exodus, of course, 7:9-12. I read it already. Ezekiel 29:3. We see the authority already of the Pharaoh. Here I am, Luke 16:90-31. Our Messiah knew already that this is the wickedness of the serpent in these last days. He now warned us beforehanded. I read, now there was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and felt luxuries every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sorrow, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dog came and licked up his sore, and it came to pass that the beggar died, and he was carried by the angels into the bosom, Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lifted up his eyes, behold, be in torment, and seeth Abraham far off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in the water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receiveth thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. And beside, listen now, and beside all this, between us and you, there is a great, not small gulf, okay? There is a great gulf fixed, so that they which won't pass from thence to you cannot. Neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. No, it is never been done. When you enter into the pit abyss, you are not coming out. The only day will come out, that simply means resurrection of the wicked Daniel speaks of in Daniel chapter 12, Revelation chapter 20. There is the second resurrection. That is the resurrection of the wicked. You are only waking up to face judgment, not for you to come and be totally trash. Messiah knew already the devil is going to use this wickedness to deceive a lot of souls. That was why he warned us before undead that you shouldn't. He said there is a great gulf fix. When you enter into the pit, you can't come to us and we can't come to you. How dare you, Linda? How dare you, Danny? How dare you, Angelica? How dare you, all this wicked testimony you are bearing today on earth to deceive the elect? Enter into the pit. You say you're not ascend to heaven, transport and export. You will be first cast. Later said they tormented her. How many what? Huh? Down here for 3 days. I don't know what. You go there and you come out and begin to say nonsense, contradict the royal law. Like one also says, a pastor, he died. I don't know. He said for 3 days. He said Jesus said they should be keeping Sunday. What? I was there to challenge that one. All these people have been challenging them, but no one received me. But that one that said it's a Chico or China, I challenge you. I said you are a workers of iniquity. You are doing the work of your father. This is a pure lie. What? That one say all kind of crap that I can't even go into because I don't have time for that now. So I have so much to talk about. And I said, what? Where is it found the royal law that Jesus said you have to be keeping Sunday? The true Messiah kept the Shabbat. The true Messiah kept the Shabbat, and all the apostles, because he said Shabbat is a perpetual covenant. How can he say we should be keeping Sunday? How can he say we should be paying tithe for money? What? Then the man replied me and said, Catholicism is the problem of all this. They are the one that changed it. He never said it is not true. He said Catholicism is the cause of all this problem. They are the one that changed the Shabbat into Sunday. I said, therefore, why is Jesus not telling you not to be sharing false testimony if Jesus himself is not demon? He never replied me anymore. This one told a lot of wicked lies and said when you live in obedience, therefore your obedient lifestyle becomes a material in building your house in heaven. But when you disobey, your house will remain uncompleted building, whereby Messiah said John 14, I go away to prepare a place for you. In my father's house there are many mansions. He's the one to build that mansion, not you. You see, this is the wicked lie ever told. And this wicked Daniel, that he also said, where I just read, Jesus said that the request of the rich man from the hell is being granted unto this generation. What? The royal law said you should not speak to the deaf. Don't consult the deaf. Why should this prayer of the deaf be answered by holy Messiah? That wonder we shouldn't speak at all. We shouldn't have nothing to do with the deaf. Oh my Father. Riba Sekeya. This is one of the most wicked lies ever told. On this planet Earth, I die, I resurrected. That would be a contradiction. Because he himself said we shouldn't believe that spirit at all. A great gulf is already being set. You can't come there, we cannot go there. Now this wicked Daniel is not saying, Jesus said the request of the rich man from the bottomless pit is being granted. Really? Abayowa said a prayer of if you close your ear, it's a prayer of a sinful man, or if you close your ear to the royal law, yes, as he said in proverb. He said your prayer is an abomination to me. The deaf, it is a double sin. While he was on earth, he closed his ear to the royal law. Now that he died, he have a time to speak to the author of life, and the author of life will honor a prayer of the dead man from the bottomless pit. You lied. Then Father Havran said it is not possible, okay? They have the royal law. They have the prophet. Let them listen to them. If they don't believe those ones, because the royal law is more authentic than you raised from the dead. It's more powerful. The signs of it all, it is until the heavens and the earth pass away. So if you reject that, therefore this one is not important. Okay? Here we are, Ecclesiastic 9. I'm taking it 5 to 6. For the living know that they shall die. For the living know that they shall die. But the dead know not anything. When you are gone, when you are past, we were like me. I came from heaven. Let me be referring to myself. But now it's a poor reflection that I don't even know how heaven looked like. But I came over from there. The same thing when you are exit out of this earth, it is over. He said, the dead know not anything, neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Also their love and their hate and their envy is now perished. Neither have neither they any more a portion forever in anything. Okay, that is done under the sun. When you are dead, it's over. It's finished. It's a transaction. You transact out of this world into another world. Let's get the precept before we comment on this. Now that same place is Ecclesiastic 9, I take 10 now. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might, for there is no work, nor a device for knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave. No, you don't work anymore in the grave. When you are there, you are just waiting for just one thing. One thing. If you make it to heaven, in the bosom of Abraham, you goes to heaven. From the bosom of Father Abraham, you goes to heaven. If you enter into that pit where all these mad people is going, you just wait for just one thing, the resurrection of the wicked. That is all. You can't walk when you are there. Can you tell me someone, Prophet Samuel walked already? He has finished with this earthly job already. Now he transits into eternal. Now, of course, he's a prophet of Yahuwah, coming right back again in the last days to work for his maker for all eternity. He can't continue while he was still in the grave. You resurrected and say, come on. No, that is not his demo. The royal law says so. Now, Psalm 5, excuse me, where is it? Psalm 6 verses 5. Psalm 115 verses 17. Psalm 146 verses 4. About the dead. Isaiah 38, 18. Job 7, 9. To 10. Ecclesiastic 12, 7. Genesis, what is it? 2, 7. Revelation 1, 18. Job 21, 33. John 5, 28 to 29. Okay. Let me see what they are. Okay, now I read Psalm 6 verses 5. For in death there is no remembrance of thee. In the grave who shall give thee thanks? What is this talking about here? When you died, exit out of this body, the job of this primary earthly service, it is over. It is gone. When that job is going to be resumed, if you are righteous, you die in the bosom of Father Abraham. Therefore, it will be in the first resurrection that you continue worshiping Yahuwah, giving him thanks, do his work for all eternity. But whereby you die in the belly of the serpent, you are only going to be resurrected to face eternal judgment. Prophet Samuel finished his early job already in this first time. It is over. You can't say you resurrected. No, that is a pure lie. Of course, we knew who responsible over that. We know. Now I read Ecclesiastic 12 verses 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth, and it was as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahuwah who gave it. Where does the spirit is returning back unto Yahuwah before Messiah come? This is the Old Testament saint. How did the spirit return back unto Yahuwah? That was the bosom of Father Abraham. The flesh, as soon as Samuel died, his flesh rust. He returned back to the ground. It's over. It's useless. It's no more needed. Which one is needed? It is the spirit. And that spirit, this is how he returned to Abba Yahuwah in the bosom of Father Abraham. It will be there until Messiah come, because until Messiah come, no one enter heaven. We see that in Matthew 27. As soon as he resurrected, the Old Testament saint also resurrected. And we see how he did that in the Gospel of Nicodemus from chapter 12 to 20. That the two sons of Simeon, Leontius and Chorino from Arimathea, they came to testify exactly what we are saying from the royal law. None of them said this or that. No. They only testify the signs of the cross, 3 days and 3 nights, what took place in hell. That was the only testimony they shared. How in those 3 days and 3 nights, that 3 lights appeared. That this is how he moved every single one in the bosom of Father Abraham, right from Father Adam, Genesis, from Father Adam, way down to Yehukanah, John the Baptist. How he moved out of them straight away to the heaven, and son now came down here on earth to share the testimony. That was what they said. Now Jesus take me to the pit of whatever, and take me to whatever. He said you shouldn't, take Holy Communion anymore. So the spirit, it is the breath of living. Genesis 2 or 7. When he breathed into the man, he now become a living, be the first man. And Revelation 18:1, Yahushua said, I was the one who was dead. Now I'm alive. I hold the key of death. It's in his hand. How did he hold it? It's just what I said. Him alone is the one that holds the key of death. You see, when he resurrected back a son to life, is to share his own testimony, not the testimony of the mark of the beast. Okay, Jesus said this, and Jesus said, don't take anointing oil anymore. It's not evil. Don't use good. No, those are nonsense. That is not his testimony. Here I am, Job 21:32. Yet shall he be brought to the grave, and shall remain in the grave. So let's see how Yahushua hold the key of death. You shall remain in the grave as you die. They were all remaining in the grave. Let's see until he comes. Okay. John 5:25. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of Yahuwah, and they that hear shall live. This is how he hold the key of death. He did that with Lazarus. As Lazarus came back after 4 days in the grave, as he remained over there, what did he say? Absolutely not. He was mute. You want to outrun us. You can also read that same particular place, 28 and 29. Revelation 2:20. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servant to commit fornication, and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. You can take it to 34. Unto idols. You see, when this witch of Endor, after she have ministered unto the servant of Yahuwah, misleading him and lying to him, what did he do? He now also fed him with food. They gave him bread. She gave him bread to eat. Exactly what the Christian is doing today. They are feeding us both spiritually and physically a food of idol, a demonic food, spiritual demonic food, and physical demonic food. In misleading the people of the Most High in very false testimony. Here I am, Acts of Apostles, chapter 8, verses 9. But there was a certain man called Simeon, which before time in the same city used sorcery and bewitched the people of Samaria, giving out that himself was a great one, to whom they all gave heed, from the least to the greatest, saying, this man is the great power of Elohim. And to him they had regard, because that of a long time he had bewitched them with sorcery. That is who the Christendom is. They are bewitching people with sorcery, with a spirit of necromancy, raising the dead to be testifying and to mislead and to enslave us. That is who they are. You can take it way down to 23. You see, this same Samson said he want to buy the Holy Spirit. He want to buy the Holy Spirit. And where do we get that spirit again today? It is in the Christian. They are selling the anointing oil, the symbol of the Holy Spirit. They are selling it. This is who they are. Here I am, Matthew chapter 6, 30 to 33. Okay, now I take it from 31. Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or where shall we be clothed? For after all these are things do Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. You see, what are they doing? This false testimony, what are they using it for? Name, money, wealth. They seek after those things. Selling oil, selling message, selling everything. You see, the Gentiles always know that they always run after the things of the world. They are running after this only to buy for private jet, to buy house in the four corners of the earth. Messiah said Gentiles are the ones seeking after all these things. It's what they look for. Okay. Now, Psalm 49 verses 6. They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches. None of them can by any means redeem his brother. Okay, let me end it over there. You see how they boast over their wealth? This one will say, this one what? David Oyedipo what? 150 million US dollar. And Christian Hiname what? 50 million US dollar. And Benny He what? Whatever 25 or 50 million TDJs. You see how they boast over their wealth. The Gentiles seek after this thing. And this is the reason of this is being done all in the name of miracle. This miracle is being done just for them to get fame, to be popular, to deceive. They are doing the job of their father. They are just doing you see everything they are doing, they sell it. The real of say freely you receive it, freely pass it out. They are selling all things. Yes, because they run after worldly things, they run after worldly property. That is why this demon lays stronghold on them to be doing this fetish miracle in deceiving souls. You see, that is why they open churches. Let me use your language, you call it churches. They open it everywhere. Only to get these worldly things. Only to get this worldly property. Only to do that. They left the real things, the real word of Yahuwah. They just put that one behind them. And now begin to go for the ways of the serpent. Miracle, 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 miracle. Before you know, they have 4 private jets. Yes, that is what they run after. So we see the point 1 already, how destructive it is. It is the most wicked lie or the most destructive lie ever told on this planet in the Christendom to humanity. They died, they raise up, miracle, deceiving miracle, wickedness of the wicked ones. Now we are going to proceed now to point 2. Yerebo senderebo. Yerebo seke yekebo. Imasantulubu yeke. Yerebo sendere ibori mahantalabo. Imaseke yekebo. Yahuwah. Yerebo sendele ye oribo shandayabo. If it were possible, they would deceive the elect. So do you see how destructive their miracle is? They die. Jesus said, the royal law have already disgraced you all in Yahuwah's mighty name. Now point 2. Serpent of physical wickedness. It is the twisted lie ever told in Islam. Allah don't have son. Messiah never died. Rather, Judas Iscariot did go to the cross. This is the second lie ever told here on this planet in Islam. Here I am, 1 John chapter 2, 22 to 23. Who is a liar? But he that denieth that Yahushua is the Messiah. He is anti-Messiah, that denieth the Father and the Son. Whosoever denieth the Son, the same hath not the Father, but he that acknowledge, the Son hath the Father also. What is he saying? He said anti-Messiah is going to deny the relationship of the Father and the Son. Now, John 16:2. They shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth Yahuwah's service. Allah Kubar, when they cut off your head. Why are they going to cut off your head? Because you say Yahuwah have a son and Allah don't have a son. So let's go now to the Quran. This is another gospel. Okay. Horrible Santaya. Here I am, Quran, 68. I read. They say, Allah hath begotten a son. Allah forbid. He is, I don't want to praise him. He said, Allah forbid. Okay, you heard it already. You can read it for yourself. I just want to make a point. Now, Quran 19:35. Such was Jesus, the son of Mary, that is in the whole, that is the whole truth, which they still doubt. Allah forbid that he himself should begot a son. You heard it already. Here I am, Quran 23:91. Where is it? Yeah, 21. Never has Allah begot a son, nor is there any other beside Allah. Okay. He said, you that said he begat a son, it is falsehood. We go for another. Quran 37:151. Surely they lie when they declare Allah has begotten children. Say, surely you are a liar. Now, Quran 39:4. Had it been his will to adopt a son, he would have chosen whom he pleased out of his own generation. So Allah don't have at all. Quran 43:82. Okay, 82 or 32, I don't know. 82, yeah. I read. Say, if Allah of mercy had a son, I would have been first to worship him. Muhammad said, assuming he will have been the first to worship him. Now, Quran 72:23. I don't want to praise that crap. Oh, yeah. Okay. Allah has taken. Oh, okay. I won't praise you. Okay. Allah has taken no wife, nor has he begotten any children. The blasphemy one among us has uttered a went on falsehood among Allah through, although, okay, you say you lied, okay, you blaspheme. That is why they are coming to cut off your head, okay, because you say Allah have sex, or you say they have a son. The most wicked lies ever told. Now, Quran 102 verses 1-4, but I'm going to take it just one verse. Say, Allah is one. No, I don't want to praise that crap. He begat not, nor was he begotten. No. He don't have and never will he. Okay? Here I am, because Quran, Allah, Muhammad, Islam said Messiah never died on the cross. That is another physical wicked lie ever told. Serpent, physical lie. That is what we are exposing. Here I am. Quran Surah 4, verses 157-158. That they said in boast, wicked Christ, Jesus, the son of Mary. I'm going to read it. That's the way they write it. The messenger of Allah. But they killed him not, nor crucified him. But so it was made to appear to them. And those who are different therein are full of doubts, with no certain knowledge, but only in conjunction to follow. For of a surety they killed him not. Nay, Allah raised him up unto himself. And Allah, okay, I don't want to praise that crap. This is a lie. And then I comment, some Muslim, I don't want to, some Muslim comment, or some of the, commentaries said, this is how Allah did it. Allah, it says so he made to appear. How did Allah did it? He now make it to appear in the face of Judah. Messiah, Judah now become Jesus. Then Jesus now become Judah. Quickly, he now raptured Jesus to his heaven. And Judah was not the one that goes to the cross. Because you said Messiah, that's why they are coming for you. Sharia law. You must drop that belief. Okay? He never died. He don't have a father. Allah have no son. So Judah is the Messiah. This is how Allah did it. Okay? Now we'll go quickly to point 3. Point 3. Serpent most dangerous wicked lie ever told on earth. It is the synagogue of Satan. The Israel, not biblical Israel, but political Israel. May 14, 1948. The whole world believed that prophecies has already been fulfilled. It is another wicked lie, so we want to avoid that. Okay? Okay, right now. Here I am. Due to biblical prophecies of the last days, let's see. Yahu 17, verses 4. That the one you call Jeremiah. and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve other your enemies. Okay, that is what I want to prove. Because we sin against Abba Yahweh, said he's going to cause us to discontinue, the people of the book. He said you are going to be discontinued from your own heritage. In other words, you are going to lose your identity, your real identity. You won't know your culture. You are going to lose it all. He said you are going to be discontinued. You can't continue in who you are, the real you, the real identity of you. You are going to lose it. But May 1948, they said prophecy is already being fulfilled. Synagogue of Satan. Let's see what the true Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach, prophesied about these people that said they are the people of the book. Revelation 2:9. I know thy works and thy tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Yahudim and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Which means Messiah prophesied in this last day people is going to come and be saying they are the people of the book. He said, but they are not. They are liars. The Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which said they are Yahudim or Jews and are not, but they do lie. They lie. They have deceived the whole world. We are the people of the book. They lie. So let's go. Let's get started. Matthew 24:24 make it so clear. The great deception of these last days. For they shall arise false messiahs and false prophets. You know, there are so many in Islam, Christianity, and synagogue of Satan. There are so many uncountable great, and shall show. There are so many we can't count them, and shall show great signs and wonders in us so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. I myself, I was fully convinced that these are the people of the book until Abba Yahweh said, listen and go into the prophecies of the last days. Behold, I have told you beforehand. Isaiah said, I have already told you beforehand. Rebels, he said, if it were possible, fully convinced that these were the true people of the book. But I never knew they were pork eating people, the synagogue of Satan. Now let us see some of the scriptures they utilize to legitimize themselves as the people of the book. Zechariah 2, I take it from verses 3. And behold, the angel that talked with me went forth, and another angel went out to meet him, and said unto him, Run and speak to the young man, saying, Jerusalem shall be inhabited as tanks without a war was for the multitude of men and cattle. Now 5. For I, saith Yahuwah, will be unto her a wall of fire round about, and will be the glory in the midst, of her. This is what they used to, justify themselves. And this very particular passage destroyed them already. Because it said Yahuwah. It said, for I, saith Yahuwah, I will be a wall of fire. Did you see any wall of fire in Israel? Political Israel? Did you see any wall of fire? Let's check out what wall of fire is. I read Exodus 13:21. And Yahuwah went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and by night. This is the wall of fire. The cloud by day, it is Yahushua HaMashiach, the true Messiah. And the fire by night, it is the Ruach HaKodesh, the blessed one. That is the meaning of SERAPHIMS, the blessed one, the burning ones. Now, Abba Yahweh said, when these people come to the land, Yahushua is going to be there. He himself is going to be there. The Ruach HaKodesh is going to be there. Did you see Yahushua HaMashiach over there? Oh, that is the wall of fire that's supposed to surround them. The pillar of fire by day, that is Yahushua HaMashiach, the glory of Abba Yahuwah, and by night the Ruach HaKodesh. We didn't see any of that. Okay? So let's finish the verse they used to, they are using for themselves. Now verse 6. That simply Zechariah 2. Ho, ho, come forth, and flee from the land of the north, saith Yahuwah, for I have spread you abroad in the four winds of the heaven, saith Yahuwah. You see, This one again condemned them. Abba Yehovah said, because they came from the northern side, north, yes, from the Europe, northern is the Europeans. But Abba Yehovah said, in the four corner of the winds, in the four corner of the earth, that is in the, he said, the four winds of the heaven, that is the four corner of the earth, where I have scattered you abroad. Is not only where in the northern side, not at all. He said, flee the land of the north, and from where I have scattered you abroad in the four winds of the heaven. That is the four corner of the earth. Let us get a commentary. So let me give you a clue what Abba Yehovah meant by the four winds of heaven. Matthew 24:31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound. This is the gathering of the last days of the true people of the book. How Messiah is going to do it? They said by UN, but he himself. He shall send. Who is going to send? Who is he going to send? His angels with a great sound of a trumpet. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Where he have scattered, you say his angel is the one that is when the trumpet is sound, they all will be gathered and cut up back home. We didn't see any of this at all. So here I am, Yeshayahu, Isaiah 14. I take it from where? 12 or where? Okay, 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahuwah. I will sit also upon the mouth of the congregation. Listen now, in the side of the north. These people came from the side of the north. And devil said, serpent, he said he's going to, come into the Holy Land from the side of the north. And we are going to see Messiah, the real Hebrew Messiah, said he's going to enter into the glorious land from the side of the east. But a serpent is from the side of the north. And we see his people that really came from the north. I will ascend above the height of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. The Most High said, I'm going to enter into the Holy Land from the side of the east. But serpent said he's going to enter into the glorious land from the side of the north. And the synagogue of Satan all truly came from the side of the north. The synagogue of Satan, indeed, they are. So the very scripture they are using to prove who they are, that same scripture at the same time is disgracing and exposing them to be a liar. Now, this is where they're left behind, okay? Well, let's turn now. Zechariah 2:10. Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion, for lo, I come, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith Yahuwah. Abba Yehovah says he's going to live amongst them. So let's check it out. Revelation 21 verses 3. Because Abba Yehovah said, when I bring them back, I myself will be in their midst. Let's see that, take the picture from this powerful commentary. Revelation 21 verses 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahuwah is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahuwah himself shall be with them, and Yahuwah and be their Elohim, and Yahuwah will wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death. When he bring the true people of the book back home, he said they will never die anymore. That is the first resurrection. That is the gathering we are expecting right now. That will take place any moment from now. Neither sorrow. Have you witnessed sorrow in the land of Israel? Nor crying. Really? Neither shall there be any more pain. Really? For the former things are passed away. Really? Do you see the former things? Of course, they die every now and then. From the Palestine war, conflict between Israel and Palestine is unspeakable. Do you know how many people that is dying every day? Sorrow over there. Bomb over there. They should have taken second thought and said that some people is going to, dig into the mystery of this matter. That's what we are doing over here. You see? Do you know how many that is dying every day? War here, war there. A bomb, a Philistine, what they call it, Palestine, Israel, war, confusion. Now, verses 11, the place they also left over, Zechariah 2:11. And many nations, listen now, and many nations shall be joined to Yahuwah in that day, and shall be my people, and I will dwell in their midst. I will dwell in the midst of these. Keep repeating it. And thou shalt know that Yahuwah of hosts hath sent me unto you. Let's get a commentary. He said many nations is going to join. That day when I bring back the true people of the book, many nations is going to join with them. Do you see any nation over there? Let's see that nation who Abba Yahuwah is speaking about. You know, in the first Exodus, we see when our forefather came out from the land, when they were coming out, rather from the land of Egypt, okay, many nations was joined with them. Many of the Egyptians now, converted to be Yahudim, to be Israel. And we see that conversion took place right where in Exodus 19. All of them say yes to Abba Yahuwah will do. Even though many of them died in the wilderness, but their children entered the land. Okay? That is the many nation. When you also go to the book of Adasa, chapter 8, verses 17 over there, or the very last verse, what happened? He said the fear of Mordecai now fall upon the Babylon, the people of the land. And many of them have become what? The Yisrael. And when you go to Ezra chapter 2, 1 and 2, they all return back to the Holy Land. That is the many nations. That is the Ezra. That is the what we are talking about here. This is the prophecy about Yahuwah is talking about. Many nations is going to join. Let's consummate that now in Romans 11, 13. For I speak to you Gentiles. These many nations, they are Gentiles. In as so much as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify my office, okay? For by enemies I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, okay, that I might save them or some. Now I go for excuse me. Now verses 18, you can take it from 30 down to 25. 18. Boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. Thou wilt say there the branches were broken off. That okay, yeah. I'm just proving how the other nation, grafted in. Other nations needs to be grafted in the second exile. Other nation needs to come in. Now 24. If that is why he warned the Gentiles, when you be grafted, don't lift up, don't raise up your head against don't boast against the natural branches, okay? That is the nation he was speaking about there. Now I read 24 or 25 or 24. Yes, 25. For I will not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own counsel, that blindness in part is happened to Israel until the fullness of Gentiles be come in. We didn't see any Gentile join at all. And this Gentile Abba Yahuwah is speaking about that. This other nation is speaking about that. It is being joined unto Israel for one reason. We didn't see any that glory at all in Israel. Now Ezekiel 47, 21 to 23. Isaiah verses 14, 1 to 2. These people, Abba Yahuwah said is gonna, other nation will join unto you for one reason. This nation, they are going to be a houseboy and a housegirl to the true people of the land when they return back. That is the only reason another nation is going to join, to serve the people of the land. But we don't see any glory of that. Not at all. No. We see already no nation ever joined with them to serve them as their houseboy or their housegirl, as the prophecy of the last day declared. Say it. Okay, right now, verses 12. Zechariah 2:12. And Yahuwah shall inherit Yehudah, his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. This is where this fallen seraphim, which is the serpent, he imitates. The first tribe to leave exile, it is Yehudah. Okay, they are Yehudah or Jews. Jews don't represent all the Yisrael. Not at all. Only one tribe, which simply means Yehudah. He said, and he will inherit Yehudah, and Yehudah is his portion in the land. Okay, so let's also get a commentary over that. And this is the very particular place, this serpent, duplicates Yehudah. We are going to see the side now of the east. He says he's going to enter into the Holy Land from the east. And we see devil enter, serpent enter from the north. I'll make myself like the Most High. Here I am, Zechariah chapter 12, verses 7. Because Yehudah is the one to first of all leave a bondage. Because Yehudah is the royal tribe. They will not go through tribulation. They have already been spared from the hour of darkness. Okay, I read Zechariah 12. And this serpent said, I will make myself like the Most High. You will see now how he also first of all brought his own tribe, Jewish, into the land. Now, since from the May 14, 1948, is 70 years now. We didn't see the other 13 tribes. All the tribes is 14. You can see Numbers chapter 1 over there. You are going to see all the 14 tribes. We have 12 original tribe and 2 extended tribe. Manasseh, the tribe of Manasseh, and the tribe of Ephraim. So that is why you see Abba Yehovah always fully loaded with mysteries. That is why when the prince wear the breastplates of stones, you will see the 12 tribes in his chest, and you will see the 2 stones in his both shoulder, left and right. Altogether, the stones are 14, and those are the 14 tribes. Okay, the 2 extended tribe in his right and his left, all the stones are 14. But the one that first of all needs to go out from Ezra, according to the prophecies of this last day, it is Yehudah. And we see serpent duplicate that lie and bring out Jewish. Worry about all these 70 years, worry about the 30 other tribes. We couldn't found them. They got lost. I read Zechariah 12:7. And Yahuwah also shall save the 10th of Yehudah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Yehudah. In that day shall Yahuwah defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as Yahuwah, as the angel of Yahuwah before death. In the tribe of Yehudim, he said the one that is weak is going to be like David. We know David was a man. He was a man of war, and the one that is strong is going to be Yahuwah, which is Yahushua, our king in our midst. Let's go now to Revelation. Here, Revelation 3:7. And to the angel of the congregation of Philadelphia, Yehudah is the congregation of Philadelphia. Only among all 7 congregations, only Philadelphia will not go through the hour of darkness. They have been spared. Okay, they won't go through the hours of darkness. This is the royal tribe. Right, these are things, said he that is holy, he that is true, he that has the key of David. Did you see the house of David is going to be like Yahuwah? You see, this is how he also make his own tribe know, because Yehudim is the royal tribe. He that openeth and no man no man shut, and when he shut and no one open. Okay, now 8. I know thy works. Behold, I have said before thee. Okay, you can take it to now. I prove it already. Okay, because the synagogue of Satan. Okay, let me just take it for this. Yeah, okay, it's okay, it's okay. This is about the royal tribe. I know that works. Behold, I have said before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. Synagogue of Satan, you cannot shut it. Okay, the true people of the book, they are coming right back home. For thou hast a little strength, and had kept my word. And what did they say? Said the one that is feeble is going to be as David, and the house of David as Yehovah. Now we are feeble because our Messiah has not yet, revealed physically. Okay, but we are still like David, and has not denied my name. Okay, we didn't deny Yahushua HaMashiach. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jewish and are the Yehudim and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and bow and worship before thy feet, to know that I have loved thee. He said, when I bring up back the real Yehudim, this fake Yehudim is going to worship at our feet. Because thou hast kept my word. Okay, that is good. Kept my word. of patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon the whole world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly, my reward. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast, which, okay. Let no man take your crown. 12 now. Him that overcome will I make a pillar in the temple of Yahweh, and I will, and he shall go no more out, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of Yahuwah, and the name of the city of my Yahuwah, which is in Jerusalem, which is new. Excuse me, let me take it again. I rebuke you, Abadedon, in Yahuwah's mighty name. 12. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of Yahuwah, and he shall go no more out. And we will go no more. I won't go no more into exile. This is the last exile, okay? And I will write upon him the name of my Elohim. What is the name of Elohim? If the people that I call by my name will humble themselves, who is being called by the name of Yahuwah, it is Yahudim, meaning Yahuwah's worshipper. We are the people of the book, the true tribe of the king. He said, I will write upon him the name of my Elohim, which is Yahudim, and the name of the city of my Elohim, which is a new Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my Elohim. I will write upon him my new name. That is the new secret you are going to see from the king. The new name over there, me, I know already, is a husband. He's going to marry physically. He's going to be having children. No man, because he have everything. I said, that is the new system. You didn't see that glory when he came the first time, but this second time you are going to see it from him. He's going to have a wife, okay, have his sex with his wife, okay, getting his wife, that just like King Solomon did. He's going to break his wife. Oh, my father, by the power of the rod. I have said it. That is the new secret. Okay. Yes, sir. Abba Yahweh is fully loaded with mysteries. People need to wake up. The tribe of Yahudim, it is the direct DNA of Abba Yahuwah. That is why their tent is in the east. Let me prove it now. Genesis 2, 7. So are in a Revelation, Bereshit 2, verses, you can take 7 to 8. I take 8 now. And Yahuwah Elohim planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had made. The first man, Adam, is the direct DNA of Abba Yahuwah in the east. That is the glory we are revealing. We see that of the north, that is of the devil. Serpent, but we are revealing how Abba Yahuwah is going to enter into the glorious land through Yahudim he made in the east garden. The direct blood of Abba Yahuwah, it is Yahudim. Now Bereshit 3:24, Genesis. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the garden of Eden cherubims. You see, the east of the garden has to do with the glory of Yahuwah, while the north has to do with that of the serpent. I will make myself like the Most High. Here I am, Matthew 2, verses 2, saying, where is he that is born king of the Yahudim? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. The kingly star appeared also from in the east. That is the glory of Abba Yahuwah. That is how he's going to enter Jerusalem from the east. Now verses 9. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till he come and stood over where the child was. You see, the glory of Abba Yahweh is going to enter from the east. And Serpent said, I will make myself like the Most High. He entered from the north. The synagogue of Satan, they came from the northern side. Now, Acts of Apostles chapter 1, verses 11. Which also, or should I take it? Let me take it from 10. And while they looked fastly towards heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. He ascended from the Mount of Olivet in the eastern gate. That is where the ladder of Jacob was being set. He ascended right from the eastern gate, from the Mount of Olivet, straight to heaven. And he said he's going to come in the same way he go up. So let's see when he come back, where he's going to land his feet. At Jerusalem. Zechariah 14 verses 4. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olivet, which is before Jerusalem, on the east. And the Mount of Olivet shall cleave in the midst thereof. Okay, you see, he ascended from the Mount of Olivet, and he's coming right back from. He went up from the east gate. He's coming right back again from the east side. Yeah, east. That is where he's going to enter into Jerusalem. Let's see now in his millennium ray, 1,000 ray of the Messiah. Ezekiel 46, 1 and 2. Thus said Yahuwah Elohim, the gate of the inner court that looketh towards the east shall be shut 6 working days. But on the Shabbat it shall be opened, and in the day of the new moon it shall be opened. And the prince, is speaking of Messiah over here, shall enter by the way of the porch of that gate without, and shall stand by the post of the gate. And the prince shall prepare his burnt offering and his peace offering, and he shall worship at the threshold of the gate. Then he shall go forth by the gate, shall not be shut until evening. Even in the temple, when he come now for that 1,000 ray, he is going to enter into every Shabbat. That is where this eastern gate is going to be open. He will enter into the temple through the east gate. That has to do with the glory. That has to do with the power. That has to do, let me say, with the DNA of Abba Yehovah. He created the whole things, and he said he set apart some area for his own use. The eastern gate. The east. Serpent says, "Oh, is from the north. I will make myself like the Most High." Let's see now Matthew 24:27. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so also the coming of the Son of Man be. We are still getting a clarity over the power and the glory of the eastern part. You see, his coming is going to come through the east, which is Yahudah. He's going to enter into the land through his own tribe, Yahudah. Here we are, John chapter 4, verses 21 to 24. So, and Yahushua saith unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh, where ye shall neither in this mountain, at the Jerusalem, ye worship, let me still also, 12 now, 22. Ye worship ye, know not what we know, what we worship, for salvation is of Yahudim. For you to get salvation, you need to come to the royal tribe. Gentile, for you to get salvation, the royal tribe, they are the one to teach salvation. Salvation there simply means Yahushua. Okay? To make our Messiah know to you, you need to come to us. The people of the book, the Yahudim is the leader of all. It says salvation is of Yahudim. That is simply means to say, for other tribe to get deliverances, or yes, the 13th tribe, first is going to start with Yahudim. For the Gentile want to get salvation or deliverance, first is going to come to start with Yahudim. And Yahudi is from the eastern part, and while the synagogue of Satan is from the northern part. Here I am, Numbers chapter 2, verses 2 or so. Every man of the children of Israel shall pitch by his own stand with the ensign of their father's house. Everybody have a son. The son of Yehudah, it is the east. The very DNA of Abba Yahuwah. Yes. For off about the tabernacle of the congregation shall they pitch. On the east side, towards the rising of the sun, shall they of the stand of the camp of Yehudi pitch throughout their armies. And okay, even when going into the war, this is how Yehudah is the one to lead the armies of Yisrael. They are the leader. Now I take verses 9. All that were numbered in the camp of Yehudah was, okay, yeah. Yes, I proved it already. From the eastern part. Even going to war, Yehudah is the leader of the war. When you also go to Revelation 7, when the angel were sealing all the 12 tribes, he starts with Yehudah first. Because through Yehudah, he's going to enter into the glorious land. He starts not bury the tribe of Yehudah, 12,000 from each tribe. We now see Yehudah started first because they are the royal tribe, and through them, Yahushua will enter, Yahuwah will enter into the glorious land or on earth through them. Here I am, First Maccabees chapter 2, verses 66. And Yehudah Maccabeus, who is violent and a strong from his youth, where is it? From his youth up, let him be the leader of your army, and he shall manage the war of the people. This is our book, Maccabeus. Maccabeus simply means hammer. This my brother now is Yehudah. He now took it upon. He said that he is the hammer of Yahuwah, and we see how he break the Grecian army into pieces. That brought about the feast of Hanukkah dedication. We are celebrating the very one Messiah also celebrate. John 10, 21 to 23. This man, salvation prosper in his hand. Now Maccabeus, First Maccabees chapter 3, 1 to 7. And his son Yehudah, called Maccabeus, rise up in his tent, and all the brethren helped him, and all they that had joined themselves to his father, and they fought with cheerfulness the battle of Yisrael, and got his people a great honor, and put on a breastplate as a giant, and get his warlike armor about him in a battle, and protected the camp with his sword. In his heart he was like a lion, and like a lion's whelp, a rolling for his prey. The lion of the tribe of Yehudi is right here. And he pursued the wicked and sought them out, and them that trouble his people he burned with fire. And his enemy were driven away for fear of him, and all the workers of iniquity were troubled, and salvation prospered in his hand. Who is salvation? It is Yahushua, prosper in the hand of my brother 7 now. And he grieved many kings, and made Jacob glad with his work, and his memory is blessed forever. This is the royal tribe. This is the power of the East. I read now Luke 21, 28 to 33 or so. It's about the signs of the last day. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. And he spake to them a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees. You see now, he also separated. I will unveil that now. When they are shoot forth, ye see and know of your own self that summer is nigh at hand. So likewise, ye, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of Yahuwah is near at hand. Okay, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all this be fulfilled. That is we that is alive, the tribe of Yahudim, of course. He said the fig tree over there is the tribe of Yahudim, and all the trees are Yisrael. We know Yisrael is the olive tree, while the Yahudim is the fig tree. Let's go to Genesis 3 now. Here I am, Genesis 3, 7. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewn fig leaves together and made themselves apron. So why did I add this? The tribe of Yahudim, they are the fig leaves. Okay? It said when you see that when they took off, know that your own is at hand. The other 30 tribes is to follow. Total deliverance is come. When you know they took off, because the tribe of Yahudim is the fig tree. When you see that they are being redeemed, no, now you are next online. Because through us, through the royal tribe, the first kingdom was being lost. Okay? Now, that is Genesis 3. And restoration is coming back again through the tribe of Yahudim. This is why he said it's going to enter from the east. I see some people, a lot of people, they are praying through the east. So when you are praying face the east, yes, it is the glory of Abba Yahuwah. But this serpent said is going to enter from the north. And Abba Yahuwah said my own is on the eastern side. So right now, family, what I'm going to do, because I still have one more point to go, just try and listen. That point, the fourth point is, this is how it deceived the whole world. In case it don't enter, maybe that one is going to be only 10 minutes, no more time, because no much to talk about that. Okay, this is where the meat is. The Christendom and the synagogue of Satan. That of the Islam is a little meat. Okay, the Christendom and the synagogue of Satan is where the strong meat is. So that is why we have a lot of scriptures to expose them. So don't get tired. Make sure, maybe that one is going to be only for 10 minutes. It's going to be the second clip. Make sure you listen to it. This is how it deceived the whole world. That will be the last point. But I will do all my possible best to see that everything, this point 3, and over here, by His grace. This another scripture they are also using, to validate themselves as the true people of the book. I read Hosea 1, 10 to 11. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of Yahuwah. This is what they used to validate them. So let us see who are the sons of Yahuwah. Here I am, 1 John chapter 3, verses 10. You can take it from 1 to 10. In this the children of Yahuwah are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of Yahuwah. How can you say now you are the sons of Yahuwah? These are other scriptures they are using to prove their wickedness, but yet you don't do no righteousness. I will prove that more. I just want to comment a little bit on this. Let's proceed. Now, verses 11, Hosea 1:11. Then shall the children of even start with, they said, according to the calculation, the number of them, they are not even up to 12 million or 11 million. The world is even able to calculate how many they are. When the true people of the book come back to the land, you won't be able to count them, because we are going to be existing for all eternity. Who is going to number you? Nobody. Now, then shall the children of Yahudah and the children of Yisrael be gathered together. Now it bring all the 14 tribes together. When he say Yehuda and Yisrael, meaning the full house, gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land. For great shall be the day of Yezri. Yezri also is another name for Yisrael. He said when this 14th tribe is now returned back to the Holy Land, they are going to appoint just one head. They are going to be having only one leader over them. How many since this synagogue of Satan came back? They have been through many heads, uncountable, even more than 20 for these 70 years. They don't have one head. Let's see what Abba Yahuwah said. He said, great is going to be that day. They are going to appoint one head over there. It's going to be great. Horrible Santaya Baba. Let's get a commentary. You can read in your quiet time 1 Kings chapter 1, but I'm going to pick a place just for the sake of time. how it's going to be when we choose our Messiah and ordain. This is how it's going to be. Here is the picture. Okay, right now I read. The day they make King Solomon king over all Israel, the earth shook. I read now 40. And all the people came up after him, and the people piped with pipes and rejoiced with great joy, so that the earth rent with the sound of them. When the true people of the book come back on board, it for all the 14 tribes is gonna pick just one head, which is Yahushua Mashiach, and we are going to crown him. That is the day of his coronation. The whole world is going to shake. Since these people came back 70 years now, they are being thrown many heads, and we didn't see anything of that. Scripture hasn't yet been fulfilled. Okay, we are still waiting for the prophecies to be fulfilled. This is another lie told in the synagogue of Satan, the lies of serpent. Now, other scripture they used to validate themselves as the true people of the book. Isaiah 66 verses 8. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day, or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she bring forth her children. Another wicked lie ever told. We know this process before the UN brought them back. This process went on even for more than 30 whole years. First of all, Uganda came into their hearts because they were desperate to have a land of their own. They are Khazars, they are Babylonian, of course. Settled there in Khazar. When they were being kicked out of Khazar, they lost a land. So these people were so desperate to have a land of their own. Okay, now before UN now step in, something happened of which I said it all in the clip I did. The biggest lie ever told on this planet. It is your true identity. Just go and listen. You will see all the references over there. I'm not going to go into that. So the plan never, just what Abba Yahweh said here, it is resurrection. It is transfiguration. It is rapture, what they call rapture. Because this is going to happen in one day, in 1 hour. But for this synagogue of Satan to return back, it took more than 30 years. They first of all took Uganda to heart, later South America. Finally, they now conclude now in the Holy Land to occupy. And UN did that for them. Okay, but Abba Yahweh says he's the one to do this. Let's see what Abba Yahweh meant. Can the nation be birthed in one day? 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 51 to 52. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead. Okay, it's talking about transfiguration. You that is alive, you transfigurated. That was what he meant. That is how nation be birthed in one day. But we know of this synagogue of Satan lies. It took place for a whole more than 30 years. So scripture hasn't yet been fulfilled. Now Isaiah 66, I take it from verses 12. They ignore all these parts. Okay, they just speak only that verse 8, and they now begin to push adultery upon people. 12 now. For thus saith Yahuwah, behold, I will extend peace to her like a river. Ezekiel 26, 37. 26 said, my covenant with her, it is of peace, eternal, forever. Peace. Do you see peace in Israel? In Israel. Do you see any peace over there? Of course not. The glory of the Gentiles like a flowing, flowing a stream that shall shall be upon her shoulder. Okay. The glory of the Gentile, you can see Isaiah chapter 60. You are going to know what that glory is over there. Okay. So now verses 15. For behold, Yahuwah will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Yahuwah plead with all flesh. That is the people that enslave his people. This is how he's going to destroy them. By fire. Exodus 12:12. let's take a clue for what Abba Yahweh is saying. He said, by his sword. Not by the sword of UN, not by the sword at all of UN, but by him himself. Exodus 12:12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am Yahuwah. What did he say in Isaiah? He said he is going to plead, he is going to render in his hunger judgment unto the nation that is slave. And we see here is the picture. We are talking about coming out from the second Exodus. If you want to know how the second one is going to be, this period, go back to the first Exodus. Okay? These people have never even been through no first Exodus. That's why they don't have the clue of the prophecies of the second Exodus. They just came and begin to talk trash and pushing wicked doctrine upon people. If they knew what it is, they won't even dare. They won't understand it is serpent using them. Family, I really want to deal with this subject once and for all. If we are unable, because we still need some part to establish, maybe I'm going to do that with the last point. Make sure you watch it. Make sure you listen to it. It is for your own good. It might possible you are the people of the book and somebody is impersonating you over there, so that you know how to position now your prayer and your lifestyle. So here we are, Isaiah 66, 19, verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, it is swine's flesh, and the abomination of the amongst shall be consumed together, saith Yahuwah. You see these people, they eat swines. They even have the practicing, or the attitude of raising swine and consuming it. And it said those that sanctify themselves, in one tree in the midst, in the garden, speaking about the Garden of Eden. Okay, let's get it. Let's get a commentary. Genesis 2:9, Bereshit. And out of the ground made Yahuwah Elohim to grow every tree that is pleasing to the sight and good for food. The tree of the life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Now the people that sanctify themselves to surround this tree, it is swine. So this tree because there are two trees over here, but the people that sanctify themselves and surround this tree, these are the synagogue of Satan. Why? Because they eat swine, and swine is unclean. He said they that sanctify themselves, they eat swine, the very abominable thing Abba Yahweh asks us not to. In the garden, he said in the midst, the tree in the midst, in the garden, they eat swine. And these people of a sure what they have a farm of pig. They practice, they raise farm, they eat it, and they sell it to others. It is there. You can also go and you do a research of your own, because the true people of the book won't do that. No, because the tree they give themselves for, it is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which is the very serpent again. It is unclean. That's why they are also eating pork. Unclean people. Don't believe our spirit. Test our spirit. Now verses 19, Isaiah 66. And I will set a sign among them, and will send this and those that escape of them unto the nations. Okay, so he's gonna, when he bring back the true people of the book, he said a sign is gonna be in their midst. He said, I'm gonna send a sign in their midst. Let's see what that sign is. Revelation 12:1. And there appear a great and a wondrous signs in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and a crown upon her head, and a crown of 12 stars upon her head. This is the sign. Okay, this is the sign Abba Yahweh said he's going to set in their midst. The crown of 12 stars, as 12 stars, it is the 12 tribes. And Abba Yahweh is saying when the true people of the book come back to the land, he's going to restore the fall. In Genesis 3, he said, this woman is going to clothe with the sun, and the moon under our feet. That is, they are coming. Yahushua is the sun, the greater sun, which is Genesis 1:14. And the moon, what was there? We are the light of the world, the lesser moon to governor. We are the one to reflect the greater moon to preach Yahushua. And the crown of 12 stars upon our head, that is the royal tribe. All 14 tribe is coming right back home. And this is the sign that Yahushua is powerfully received as we crown him our king. And we, the glory of Yahweh is seen in us, and all the tribes is back to the Holy Land. That is the sign he said is going to set in their midst. This is going to be a sign for the whole world that the true people of the book is back home, that Eden's garden is restored. We'll prove that. Family, stay tuned. I want to begin with other clip because I don't think this can hold it all, because I still have some scriptures to be established what needs to happen before the people of the true people will